In the spring of 1944, the fate of the world hung in the balance. The Allies were poised to launch the largest amphibious invasion in history, D-Day. But to succeed, they needed a miracle of deception. They had to convince the German high command that the invasion would strike not at Normandy, but at the pas-de-calais, the narrowest point of the English Channel. This monumental task fell to a phantom army, a force conjured from thin air, rubber, and radio waves. This was Operation Fortitude. At the head of this ghost legion was a general the Germans knew and feared above all others, George S. Patton. His first U.S. Army Group, or FUSAG, was, on paper, the most powerful fighting force the Allies had. It boasted hundreds of thousands of soldiers, thousands of tanks, and a fleet of landing craft ready to storm the French coast. But in reality, FUSAG was a masterpiece of illusion. Its barracks were empty. Its tanks were inflatable rubber decoys, carefully placed in the fields of East Anglia, to be spotted by German reconnaissance planes. Its harbors were filled with dummy landing craft, constructed from canvas and wood, creating the illusion of a massive invasion fleet. A dedicated team of radio operators, part of the 3103rd Signal Service Battalion, transmitted a constant stream of fake radio traffic, mimicking the chatter of a real army preparing for battle. They created fictional units, discussed troop movements that never happened, and even complained about the food, all to build a believable narrative for German intelligence to intercept. The deception was meticulous. Double agents, like the famed Agent Garbo, fed the Germans carefully crafted misinformation, confirming their belief that Patton and his mighty FUSAG were the true threat, and that Calais was the target. Patton himself played his part to perfection. He was deliberately made highly visible in southeast England, reviewing his phantom troops, giving speeches, and projecting the aggressive confidence that the Germans expected of him. He was the ghost general of a ghost army, and Hitler was convinced he was real. While the German 15th Army, their most powerful force in France, sat waiting for Patton at Calais, the real invasion force slipped across the Channel. On June 6, 1944, Allied soldiers stormed the beaches of Normandy. The deception had worked. Even after the landings began, Hitler refused to release the divisions at Calais, certain that Normandy was merely a diversion for Patton's main attack. That critical delay, bought by an army of rubber and ghosts, gave the Allies the foothold they needed to liberate Europe. It was a victory won not just with bullets and bombs, but with imagination, ingenuity, and the greatest bluff in military history. Subscribe.